Oh man, another rainy day here in North Carolina, or I should say rainy night. What is going on, guys? This is John Doc here with no hat on. Very rare sight. You guys never see my forehead. I guess this is an introduction to my forehead to the channel. I'll be doing this whole video without a hat on. First time ever. I mean, you guys will even see after I make a pass, first thing I do is I put my hat on. So I'm just looking like a ghost. I hope I'm not blinding you. I hope I'm not messing up your phone with this white forehead. But I don't feel like putting a hat on right now. It is Wednesday evening, and we are here in the garage with the salty chicken. Not talking about this today, not talking about the truck. We're going to talk about the Cowmaro. I'm going to be doing a giveaway in this video. Your participation will be greatly appreciated. In order to win this gift, all you have to do is drop a comment below. Anything you want to say. It can make me laugh. It could be a question about the cow. It could be a question about racing. It could be a question about the new setup. It could be anything. Just drop a comment, give this video a big thumbs up, and you will automatically be entered to win this giveaway. I'm going to get it out of the truck here in a second. You guys will see what it is. I think it's pretty sweet. There's definitely never been a giveaway like this ever before on YouTube. We're just going to talk about the setup of the cow today, what's been going on. Tomorrow's video, I say tomorrow, maybe not be tomorrow, it might be the following day. That video will be the final teardown of the block. I'm going to put a GoPro on my head. I go into the shop early. George, he is Ryan's father-in-law, so if you guys know who Ryan is, Ryan's the boss man. His father-in-law, he's a really good mechanic. He's been working on diesel trucks forever, and he kind of, Jeff does a lot of my work for me. When I do work with George, he walks me through it, and I do it myself. So if George doesn't mind, when I go into the shop tomorrow at 6 o'clock, I'm going to put a GoPro on my head, and all we got to do is take the rest of the crankshaft out. I know it's very rare to hear the rest of the crankshaft, but the remainder of the crankshaft that's still in the block, we're going to take that out. We're going to pull the balancer off, take the front cover off, take the camshaft off, do all that stuff. So we have a bare block, and then that will be going down to the machine shop shortly. So as you can see, this video is going to be talking about an engine. Let me go get this gift that we're doing this giveaway with. And I think you guys will really enjoy this, because if you win this, this will be an awesome wall art, desk ornament. I'll sign it. I'll give it to you. It's going to be sweet. Let me go grab this. I'll just bring you guys with me. This rainy, oh, neighbors are coming home. It's pouring rain. What's up, neighbors? Let's go in here. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Oh, I'll just pick this guy up. Not ding the paint of the truck. I just want to set this on the salty chicken, but I'll set it on the Badger. So, what you guys are looking at here is the reluctor wheel and the last counterweight of my crankshaft. Yes, this is my crankshaft. This is part of it. This is what broke in the Cowmaro. So, like I said at the start of this video, if you guys drop a comment, give this video a big thumbs up, you'll automatically be entered to win this. I mean, it's really art at this point. I mean, I think this is sweet. I'll give you the option. You can win this, or you can win the other half of the crankshaft. It's up to you. I kind of like this. As I'm sitting here looking at this, I feel like this is just a great, oh God, I don't even want to give it away now. It looks so good. Maybe I'll give away the rest of the crankshaft. Maybe I'll break that up and give it away to multiple people. But drop a comment and give a like, and you guys will win a piece of the Cowmaro's original crankshaft. This crankshaft has been in the car since it was built by GM. 50,000 miles daily driving on it. Since I got the car in 2012, this has seen me learn how to drive stick, seen me do my first burnout in a stick car, has seen me go down the track the first time. I'm getting sentimental with this. It has seen me do my first burnout in an auto car. It's seen me leave off the trans brake. It's seen me break all the different milestones I have with the cow. It's seen me run no time, because I'm not going to tell any times with this. This crankshaft, if this thing could tell some stories, I mean, it'd talk about a couple girls, it'd talk about a couple races, it would talk about a couple times I've spun the car out. I mean, this thing would tell some great stories. So if you get it back to your house, if you're the winner, talk to it, get what you can out of it, wine and dine it, and see if it'll tell you anything. But yeah, this is, I got sentimental talking about this. I don't want to give it away now. The other half of the crankshaft's way cooler because it has way more counterweights, and it still has this carnage. We'll have to do something there. Alright, so let's talk about the setup now. Do I need to film this whole video with me holding the remainder of my, I mean, look at this. This is, right here, this is the end of the, this is where the flex plate bolts went in. This is 6 LS3, LSA would have 8, this has 6. This is what the flex plate tied onto, not the fly. At one point the flywheel did. Little fun fact, it used to be a stick car. But yeah, this was at the very end. Oh, man, this is just absolutely wild. If you guys can see, I don't know if you can see, it'll focus on this. Put my face next to it, maybe it'll focus. I don't know if you guys can see the discolor. Yeah, you can definitely see the discoloration in it up here. From what it looks like, This is where the main bearing was. A little bit of wear on there, but if you see on this side right here, you can see how it kind of wore a little bit funny. I don't know if you can see or not, but it definitely looks like the rod bearings went out, got the crank hot, and the crank broke. These last 2 rod bearings would be the last bearings to receive oil. This is history. Stock crank is done. The stock cubic inch world record, done. The car has, I really want to tell those times it went, but I'm not going to, just for, out of respect to the other racers that I've raced. If I've raced other grudge racers, the last thing they want me to do is tell my time and give reference to what times they run. But this car does have the record for the stock cubic inch Cowmaro. I think reason being is when a lot of guys do forge the internals, they don't leave a stock crank in there. They put a 4-inch stroke crankshaft, which then bumps them up to 416, leading into the next topic of conversation, which is, that's kind of what we're doing with the cow. Being that I had 2 rod bearings get eaten up, I really am forced to kind of go with a 4-inch crank. There's really, I could get a stock diameter 4-inch crank, but I'd be waiting maybe 2 months. So what the plan is, I got a crankshaft on order. It is a 4-inch stroke crankshaft, so we will be going up to a 416 cubic inch engine. So it's not going to be the standard crank. It's a better crank. It's not a badass crank by any means. I'm not going to put a badass crank in the car because it's limited by that 4-bolt cylinder head. You get into making the 1200, 1300 wheel horsepower, that head's gonna lift. As you guys saw when I put the motor back together last time, I did use head bolts. I'm gonna ditch the head bolts and I'm gonna go to the head studs. A little bit more clamping force. I don't know if I'm gonna go to a 1/2-inch head stud or not. I'm not really sure what the plan is there, but that is where we're at. As for everything else, because we go to a 4-inch stroke crankshaft, I can use the same connecting rod. So I got 2 connecting rods coming. They are, I believe, Cali Compstar connecting rods. I believe so. Don't quote me on that. But I think you could, maybe you can quote me, kind of. They're Cali Compstar connecting rods, so we're gonna put those back in the car. I only need 2, the other 6 were fine. Along with that, the pistons, because I go to a 4-inch stroke, I need a different skirt on the pistons. So the pistons that I have, all 8 of them are good. They do not work. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have 8 pistons left over. Whether I want to, and they're in good shape. And you know, I'm not going to tell the specs of those because those are like the key to success on a boosted vehicle. Ryan spec'd those out. I believe they're a custom Wiseco piston. If you guys are interested in purchasing them from me, all you need to do is get some Cali's Compstar rods and you could let it ride on the stock crank. If you want to make less than 1100 wheel through a 400, it'll live. Even if you want to make the same power I do, it'll live for about 3 years. Just don't put it on the dyno when it's 99% humidity. So I got some stuff ordered up. The plan is to try to get everything down to the machine shop this Friday so we can get started on it. I have that list race at Galot coming up soon. We got Mike's YouTube call out coming up soon. So I definitely want to have the car down. A lot of changes have been made to the car with no testing. So it's going to take a minute for us to get back on track. I think that with the 416 build and the little, maybe a touch added power, I'm going to push it pretty hard. I mean, why not? Although braking stuff does suck. I'm kind of over it. The 416 stuff should get us in a good spot, get the suspension working. I think we can go pretty quick. I was talking to a couple different companies about engines, haven't landed anything yet. It's just tough. An engine has a lot of parts, it's expensive, especially for the power that I plan to make and want to make and how fast I want to go. Just your run-of-the-mill 4-bolt block is not going to do it, so I kind of have to settle with what I got for now and go from there. I mean, really, when I get the cow back together, I'm going to do a top to bottom every part that's on the cow. I think that'd be super interesting. It might be a long video, but you guys will enjoy that. So as of now, if you guys want to win this, drop a comment, give this video a big thumbs up, and you could win a part. I'm not going to say this specifically. I'll say a part of the crankshaft. We'll make it happen if I got to cut it up. I mean, so be it. It's a stock LS3 crank. Also, the pistons, if you're interested in purchasing those, send me a DM. All you really need, those pistons, some Cali Compstar rods, and some machine work, and you're literally ready to, I mean, you have stock heads, you're fine. You're ready to make 1,000 horsepower. That's exactly what I did. Just put a big ass turbo on it. I recommend letting RPM Motorsports do the work because they've been through it once or twice before with this guy. So as you guys can see, trying to make moves here. I tried to wait and see if I could set up some deals on engines, and I'm just running out of time. You guys are anxious. I'm anxious. I need to get the car back. I need to get on the road. I think the most excited part I am about it is when I get the car back, put together, I need some braking time on the car. So that means I need to drive it. Send the transmission to get freshened up, send the converter out to get freshened up, a new oil cooler on it. We're going to have a brand new slate, and we are going to ride. So I'm super excited. Just a little update video. You could win this. This right here is the broken part of the Cowmaro right here. Just did it right here. You need this to run. This reluctor wheel does everything. This thing gets thrown out. I'm surprised the cow even started, to be honest. Thank you guys for watching. Like always, comment, like, subscribe. Go down and get you a Cowmaro t-shirt. Get you a Cowmaro key tag. Support the build. We got the salted chicken is sitting here. It's got motor plate in it. It's got a front end kit from Rock Solid Motorsports in it. It's got a steering column in it. It's ready to start to get put back together. So that'll be coming soon. I think next Wednesday I'm taking it down to J&J Fab, and then whether we do it on the weekend, I want to be there to film as much of this front end kit as possible because I think that's going to be cool. The Cowmaro stuff's moving right along. I did not forget about you guys. I did not forget about the cow. It's time to get the sucker back up and running. Thank you guys for watching. Like always, comment, like, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.